Welcome back to the channel, and I'm here today to talk about some great Seymour Duncan pickups. So this is the hot rodded humbucker set. It is maybe the most famous aftermarket pickup set in the world, and it is in this great Strat. I'll start right out talking about the pickups. I'm going to read to you what it says on Seymour Duncan's website. Seymour created this classic humbucker combination in England in 1974, and it remains his favorite set of pickups to this day. An SH4JB for the bridge and an SH2N Jazz model for the neck. Together, these pickups have become one of the most timeless and versatile humbucker sets ever built. I would agree. The JB model humbucker is our most popular pickup of all time. It adds juice and versatility to the bridge position of any humbucker-equipped guitar. With its hot coils and Alnico 5-bar magnet, this pickup delivers an unmistakable upper mid-range attack, a tight, articulate low end, and harmonically rich highs that really sing. The JB is the perfect bridge pickup for anything from blues and country to the meanest hard rock and metal. I would agree. I've had this in one other guitar, my Chapman ML1 Hot Rod, and I loved it in that guitar. So, great bridge pickup. The Jazz model. Neck humbucker uses an Alnico 5-bar magnet and a special coil wind for an articulate, glassy treble response that balances very well with its full but tight low end. The scoop mid-range gives this pickup a smooth tonal character all its own. Originally designed as the matching neck pickup for the JB bridge model, the Jazz is an incredibly versatile humbucker that will work for almost any style of music. The Jazz model has been used by many great players over the decades, from Randy Rhoads to Jeff Beck to Seymour W. Duncan. And these both have 4 conductor lead wires for multiple wiring options and are vacuum potted. And according to Seymour Duncan, the retail price to buy these new at the moment is $198 for the set. So, you could have read that yourself, but some of you may not have been familiar with the history of those pickups, and they are rather famous. They've been around for a while, and they are a tried and true combination of a hotter bridge humbucker with a more vintage output neck humbucker. I believe the DC resistance is 16.6 for the bridge and 7.5 for the neck. So, we are going to try them out today through a Marshall DSL-1 head and a Black Star 2x12 cabinet mic'd with an SM57 in this great Strat. Just to give you an idea about what it is in, this is actually a parts caster I bought at Specialty Traders in Parkersburg, West Virginia a while back. I played it and it just blew me away. This is a metallic sunburst finish over an alder body. This is an American Professional neck with a lot of flame in it. I'm not sure if you can tell from that angle. Locking tuners, strap locks. This is I think was called the Strat Deluxe Plus, that had the personality cards. But that's totally disabled. It is just a traditional setup for a dual humbucker Strat. Basically, have block saddles, again, alder body, maple neck. Basically, this is a 3-way switch with 2 switches here to control each coil split individually. So I'm going to start off with the JB, do some sound samples with it, both full humbucker and split, then the Jazz, then do them both together. So that's a lot of sounds out of a twin humbucker guitar, and let's see what these great pickups can do. Okay, starting out on the JB bridge pickup, full humbucker mode first, the classic gain channel of the Marshall. Now split that. Back Back to the full humbucker, JB. Single coil. Both sound great. I'm going to show you the volume difference. Not sure how it's going to come through with the YouTube compression, but I'm going to start off strumming a chord full humbucker mode, then flip it to the single. Back to humbucker. Single. Humbucker. Single. Definitely a noticeable difference. But being a Strat, I think it really, in the single coil mode, has some good Strat quality. Let's play a little bit more back on the full humbucker mode. Single coil. Now we're going to kick on some gain, putting on the all the EQs are on 5 with a little bit of reverb through the amp, putting on the full drive 2 full tone overdrive, full humbucker. Kick that volume up some. Single. Full humbucker. Single. Back to the full humbucker. Now the single coil. Very nice. Back to full humbucker mode. Single. They sound much more similar with some gain. So let me get some higher gain stuff set up and see how it sounds like that. Okay, now going through the ultra gain channel of the Marshall DSL-1. Full bridge humbucker. Single coil. the full humbucker. Again, not sure how well it's coming through on YouTube, but I can definitely tell the difference of the 60 cycle hum being gone once I throw on the humbucker mode there. So. Single. Where this is a higher output humbucker to begin with, it really sounds nice in the single coil mode. It's not quite as fat, obviously not quite as loud, but it has a lot of bite, a little bit more than in the full humbucker mode. Now back to full humbucker. Single. Okay, now let's check out the Jazz. Okay, now on the Jazz, which is a much lower output humbucker and a classic neck position sound. So this is the full humbucker mode. That's just a great sound. Now, single coil mode. And this is not even on the classic gain channel that clean of an amplifier. So sometimes, and Phil McKnight talks about this, higher output humbuckers tend to do better split because they still have more oomph to them, because once you half 7.5 DC resistance, that's going to be pretty low output. But the benefit of that is you get this great clean sound. I just absolutely love that in this guitar. When I was playing in the shop, that neck single coil sound is one of the things that sold me on this guitar. So let's go back to the full humbucker. Such a smooth sound, but still bright and clear. It's just fantastic. Now, single coil. Just a great sound. A little bit more at the full humbucker here. Single. That's great. Back to the full humbucker, kicking on the full drive 2. Single coil. channel on, full humbucker mode. Single. Still single. Okay, those are great sounds. The lower output and the clarity, I think, sound great with a higher gain. So now what we're going to do is check out the pickups together. Okay, I'm going to do both pickups in humbucker mode in the classic gain channel of the Marshall, and all tone and volume on the guitar on 10. Both singles. The volume difference is exacerbated when both pickups are combined and you go to the split as opposed to when they're individual pickups being split. Still sounds good, but it is a very noticeable difference. Now, back to both humbuckers. Both singles. Both humbuckers. Both singles. I think it's great that the single coils sound like single coils and have that Strat character, because of course they're not real single coils, they're split humbuckers, but they really sound like single coils. So now let's kick on the full drive, put it in full humbucker mode, see how it sounds. Back to full humbuckers. Singles. Very good. Now back to full humbucker mode, and let's try it with the ultra gain channel. Singles. And full humbuckers. Singles. And go back to humbuckers. Singles. I hope those sound samples were helpful. Personally, I think this is a tremendous pickup set. I think it lives up to the hype. I think it is especially great in a Strat. I've never had it in a Les Paul or SG style guitar, but in a Strat, it does a great job of adding extra beef to the humbucker sounds, and the single coils still sound like a Strat. I'm not saying it sounds like hand-wound custom shop pickups necessarily, or maybe the best Seymour, Duncan, or Lindy Fralin Strat single coils, but they just sound like really good single coils in split mode. The JB, again, maybe the most famous aftermarket pickup of all time. Higher output, sounds great for any kind of music. The split sounds are great. The jazz is really great in a Strat, in my opinion. It adds a little extra warmth to the sound, but it still has so much clarity in the neck. And I think that especially clean, the split position sounds fantastic. It was one of the things that, like I said earlier, that sold me on this guitar. And this isn't even really a drawback, it's just kind of to be expected. I do think there was a significant volume drop-off in the combined position when you went from the humbuckers to the single coil modes. This guitar does not have any special wiring like some PRSs have to try to compensate for that. It's just straight up split. You can definitely tell the difference. Again, it doesn't sound bad when it's split. It's just if you decided to, on this guitar, flip these two switches to go from a full dual humbucker to dual single coils, you're going to notice a volume difference if there's nothing else to compensate for it. But in my opinion, this set does exactly what it's supposed to, exactly what it claims to do. And $198 for the set is not cheap, but so many inexpensive guitars are such high quality these days. If you have an inexpensive dual humbucker guitar with pickups you're not crazy about, but you otherwise really like the guitar, give these a try. And I think you'll be very happy. And also for me personally, let me say, the JB might even be considered by some a moderate output humbucker if you're comparing it to obviously active pickups, but even the most overwound passive humbuckers. But I think, to me personally, for anyone but true metal players, this is as high output of the humbucker as you want. Generally, I prefer lower output pickups, but it is nice to have that extra oomph in the bridge position, especially in a Strat style guitar. I think it just sounds great. So I think you can't go wrong with this. It's sort of like an SM57 microphone. Some people might think that it's on the surface boring, but they're industry standards for a reason. Sure, you might get something that's a little more exactly what you're wanting if you've been playing for a long time and know exactly what you want. But if you're wanting to hot rod, as the name indicates, a dual humbucker guitar, and you're not quite sure what you want, I think this is truly the best place to start. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on rocking.